Hey everybody, what's going on? This is wilkyb, and this is another Advanced Words by Web video that I'm doing here. This video is basically just a showcase of my new map, Help I'm a Rock version 4, and in particular it's for my tournament participants to view and get a bit of an idea, to be a bit more familiar with the map before they play their tournament games. So, just as a bit of a disclaimer, is that this map is very different than your typical 2 base 1 infantry Global League map, and I don't claim to know all of the openers on this map that are that exist. So far, I've play-tested over 110 games on this map, and I've come up with 4 permanent replays that are fair and balanced for both players. I don't know that those are the only openers. I reckon that there's probably more. And I also reckon that I could probably edit this map to make it so that there are more. Right now I think there's probably 8 right now, and I've discovered 4 of them. Yeah, but it's pretty complicated. So anyways, we're going to jump into the replay here. Well, actually first I'm going to describe how the map typically works, and then we're going to show the replay about how that works. The recons enable, the labs enable the production of recons. So that means that player 2 in particular has a really strong recon rush because they have the city over here, which enables them to build a recon on turn 2. So there is a defense for this, for player 1, and we'll demonstrate it in this video here. In this replay. And so the recon rush on this map is really strong. It's really strong, and I made the map kind of around that. And you'll see how it goes here. So turn 2, we build the recon, and this recon can reach a tile here where it can see what the base is doing here, what comes up on the base. So there is sort of like a 50-50 coin flip here for player 2. But either condition, like if they lose the coin flip or if they win the coin flip, and by coin flip I mean if they send the recon this way, they'll be running into a infantry who will have completed their capture. But if this recon goes bottom, they'll run into the infantry that hasn't yet completed that capture. And the difference in the board state between those 2 different options is quite equal, believe it or not. It's pretty amazing. So we'll see in this replay. The worst case scenario in this opener is that the recon goes south, and even if that is the worst case scenario, it's still quite equal. Probably a bit more of a disadvantage for player 1, in my opinion, slightly disadvantaged. And then if the recon goes top, it's slightly advantage for player 1. In my opinion. So we'll see how this goes, and we'll see the defense that you can choose from player 1, which is in this game, in this video, it's in this replay, it's the recon. You could technically, on this turn, instead of building the infantry, you build a mech here on this turn. So instead of this being an infantry, you build a mech. And then there's also an alternate defense you can do against this recon rush. So here we are, turn 3, and we're going to build the recon as a defense to the recon rush. And yeah, here's how we go. So if player 1 doesn't capture these 2, one of these 2 properties, or both, pretty sure if you do that, you have to capture both. But anyways, I'll show you later in the replays. If you capture one of these buildings with your turn 1 infantry, player 2 cannot build this second recon. So that's just something worth noting there. Food for thought. And so to defend this recon rush, we will capture the base and attack the recon and build an infantry behind it. And this is how this goes. This move right here is really important. When they do the double recon rush, player 2, if there is no infantry to sit on this tile after this recon has reached this spot right here, this recon will kill your base and you'll lose the game. so just be careful. So here we go. I think this is actually not the optimal move. Yeah, it's not. Because if I don't, you'll see next turn that this recon is going to attack and kill this guy. Yeah, so you'll see what happens here. I think if I don't attack with this recon, I think it's a better board state. But anyways, we'll just progress with this replay as it is. I'm pretty sure it's better not to attack there, but just sit there, park there, and get in the way. Because we see that this recon is going to blast this guy. And even if this recon were still at 5 health, it wouldn't do enough damage to completely stop the capture from the following turn. So what happens, is we park a recon here, and I don't know why I built the mech. Mech is really strong here in the middle, so I think I build a mech. It might not be optimal, but I just like that, so that's what I do. Because the middle is really important at the beginning of the game, and this mech is a pretty big deal. Pretty big deal. So we got the first tank here. So, like I said, if I had not attacked this recon, my other recon would still be alive, and I'm pretty sure this base wouldn't be open for this recon to sit on top of it. But anyways, the quick fix for that is, like, I could have built an infantry on this base this turn had I played that properly, so I'm pretty sure there's a better way to play this replay. Pretty sure. And I think it does count on roll sometimes. But anyways, in this case, even if they sit on your base, then you can kill this with a recon. It will kill it with a recon. It will. It's 25 to 32% roll percent, so that always kills it. And then you've got your base open again. And even if it doesn't kill it, you can attack it with this infantry. So in my opinion, this board state is equal and fair. And this is one of the replays that I've essentially mined from this map. This board state exists, and this is fair and equal. And the further down this replay that you go, down to like turn 12, 13, 14, it's still like tit for tat. It's really close. Unless you fuck it up. And I don't even know if like beyond turn 8, turn 9, 10, 11, 12, I don't actually know what's optimal for all of my maps. I don't know what the optimal play is typically after turn 7 or 8. But I do know that this is a fair board state. This is good. So this is one of the replays that I've mined out of the 112 games that I've tested on this map. And so I've got 3 more that I'm going to show you here. And again, this opener on this map is the Player 2 Recon. Yeah, Player 2 Recon Rush Economy, because they're sending these guys immediately. And the defense for this one is the Triple Infantry Recon. So the next replay that we're doing here is going to be the mech defense for the same opener. So Player 1 and Player 2 are deciding they're just going to go for the... Player 1 decides that they're going to go for the economy. And now Player 2 does their recon. And in this replay, instead of doing the Triple Infantry Recon as a defense, we're doing the Double Recon Mech, followed up by an infantry. And this is another viable option that you can do to defend the Recon Rush, which results in a different board state. So you can be the judge of either the first match that we went over and the board state that happens after 7 turns. Which one do you like more? Which one do you think you can work with better? Right? So it's up to you. In this replay, the mech, it's very precise. So you have to send this mech straight to the left, or to that way. Yeah, straight that way. Because if you place this mech down here, 1, 2. Yeah, if you place this mech on this tile, this recon can still attack and it'll lose you the game. So you have to, if you do the mech defense, even if they don't get that second recon for some reason you don't know, like if you don't know, sending this mech this way with the infantry is still fine. It's still fine. It works out. So anyways, furthermore, in this replay, we're going to have a look at it. And you be the judge of which replay you think you like more. I think I like the previous one more, but it's really cool what happens in this replay is player 1 has to sacrifice this mech. And you'll see how it goes. Oh, look at that. They built another mech behind it. Huh, okay. This is a different replay. But this is cool. This works. Different than what I was thinking I did in this game, but whatever. It's fine. And this is what I mean, is there's variety to like the openers and the build orders that you can do. You don't have to get a mech right here, but maybe you do. I'm not sure. If they get the double recon, maybe you do. But anyways, I don't know this map inside out, so I need your guys' help to figure out, you know, the build orders and stuff that work that I don't see, and the build orders that don't work that I don't see. So, this is, like I said, just showcasing the one defense for the recon rush that you can do. So, this is where we're at, the double recon rush. And again, I think this replay does create a fair board state. Do 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 dum 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 dum. There you go. Maybe I should add music. No, I'll just keep singing. Yeah, so basically this is it. This is the, as far as I need to take it, basically. And yeah, this is the board state. So this is replay number 2. And again, this is the mech defense against the recon. So there's a bit of variety in the ways that you can handle some of the strategies on this map, which is pretty cool. I like that. I do believe between these two replays that like there is one that is better probably. But it would take such a long time and so many games, so many turns played in that game to kind of measure accurately. It would be interesting to really nail down what the differences between these openers are. So that'd be really cool. Lots of work to be done on this map. All right, so game 3 here is another replay, and this is the double capture. So I'm pretty certain that if you do a single capture on either one of these structures, I'm pretty certain of this, that it's a disadvantage for player 1. So if you do go to capture your opponent's lab here, I'm pretty certain that according to the hundreds of games, over 100 games I've played so far, you need to capture both of them, turn 1 and turn 2. Because if you don't, then you're leaving yourself open to a dice roll situation for that recon rush. So yeah. Kind of like I said, is when player 1 captures either one of these, then player 2 cannot do the double recon rush. So we'll see what happens here. The recon is there for the defense. And in this replay, because we sent infantry down here, we're really delaying the capture north and south. And the recon is actually going to make it here and not know what the hell is going on, like what we're doing, which direction we've headed to first. So, the recon, until just now, doesn't know what's going on. Well, actually it does, because it landed here and it knows. Bum 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 bum. Yeah, and so this is how this plays out. There's another way you can play this. I think you can just sit on top of the base, and that'll delay it equally or maybe more. I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't know this map inside out, so that's what you guys are here for. And this is how it plays out. I think it plays out really similarly to the previous. Oh wait, no it doesn't. Because the previous replays have double recon rush, and this one doesn't. And the next one doesn't either. So, yeah. That's how this map works, you guys. That's how this replay works. This one in particular. So, I think this is far enough. Yeah, this is far enough for me. I'm happy with that. So we're going to go, reminder, this is the double capture. And the next video is also going to be the double capture, but I'm pretty sure Blue's response is different. Because in this one, yeah, Blue Moon goes to capture the base immediately. So we'll see what happens in this one. I can't remember. Yeah, so they're going to commit to this so that they can get the double recon rush. Is that right? But they can't do that, so this replay makes no sense. Fuck. Maybe it does make sense. Shit. Yeah, it must, because I'm playing it. Because what I'm concerned here is the player 1 is going to stop the recon rush because they're capturing the city immediately, which to me makes me scratch my head why player 2 would bother capturing the comm tower, or excuse me, the lab, because they can't build that double recon rush anyways. But we'll see how it goes. Maybe there's something I'm missing here. Yeah, maybe this does work out. 1 second. Yeah, it does work out. Because they're double delaying the base capture, whereas player 2 is only single delaying the base capture. So that makes sense. And if it does make sense, this replay will be flawless. And it does make sense. Yeah. Jesus. Yep, this map works. This replay works, right? What's the unit count? Yes. Yep, this replay works perfectly. So, that's it for replays, and that's it for the video. It's going to end shortly. Kind of a long video, but yeah, this is the gist of the map. Oopsies. I do highly recommend that you guys listen to the video in the comment section. It'll make you a better player. So, but anyways, this is the map. This is how it's all set up and stuff, you guys. I don't know it inside out. That's kind of why I'm hosting a tournament, is so that people can do things that I don't see. And I'm sure even in this video you see some things that could be done differently or more efficiently and stuff. And if that's the case, then let me know, inform me, and good luck and have fun. Okay, guys? Cheers.